don't violate with us. Nah, we ain't cool.
Man violated him
Suck
first.
your
You
mum
tried
same
to
way,
beg
pussy.
Yo, I'm Devz, Devz all day. I've created a lot of things. 1997, the most known, most relevant right now. All day archive. We just make shit, bro. That's just what we do, bro. We just make things.
Now I put things in vans. Swayze, I am the mystic man. Wavy like I burst out of a dam and the fits them bang. The same way the hits them bang. See me in the bits, man, bang, bang. Kinda like Sosa and then man, bang.
I'd say the music is my first love, but I think I've always just been curious of like the surroundings. Like I've always wanted to know like how did that work? How did that work? Like how do people do music videos? Why do people do music videos? Why is cover art so relevant and stuff like that? So I'd say my music is the first love, but I'm a curious fucker, man. I'm just curious about everything. So yeah.
Man, I got things in Paris.
I'd be lying if I said it wasn't really grime inspired. I think, but that's just like my delivery, obviously. As we know, like on all my songs, I'm not always rapping. That's not the goal, but you know, I'm from that kind of era, like Boy in the Corner, Kano, Home Sweet Home, you know, Early Boy Better Know. From my younger days, like I'd say I'm definitely inspired by Skepta. What he did with the sound and pushed it forward, I think that's what grime needed. We needed to stop focus about like reloads and clashing and like bullshit, like open up the subject matter, open up the sounds, you know, slow it down a BPM or two, increase it, try different shit. So yeah, Skepta's the guy, man. He's the guy. It's definitely inspired and influenced by that, but I'm into a lot of shit, bro. So, you know, like my favorite artist is probably Lily Allen. I'd say she's like, right now, for like the past 3 years, she's been like my favorite artist. Do you know what I'm saying? So like there's like little bits here and there that I'm just influenced by, but grime / alternative rap core. Do you know what I'm saying? Apart from my newest song coming out, Euro Exchange is definitely my favorite song of mine. Like I think it's sonically mad, like it's mad, and like that was the process of building that. There's about 29 versions to that song, because it's not like a straight up sample kind of thing. Like nah, like everything is cut to precision, bro. We spent about 70 hours of studio time on the production value with that, and then like the delivery of the vocals and that. Like I tried about 20 different ways of doing it. That song's sick, bro. Calvin Harris needs to hear that shit. Do you know what it is? I don't look at things as a business. I've never looked at things as like a business. You see, like what, like you man have spoken to me off camera and on camera. Same geezer. You know what I'm saying? Same geezer. The only difference is I'd rather wear my shades when the camera's on. Apart from that, I'm the same brother, and it's always gonna be that way. That's kind of why I'm kind of happy with what I create, because there's no gimmicks, there's no bullshit. I am this person, you know what I'm saying? So it was never anything taking a backseat or a sidestep on that end, you know what I'm saying? It was just more so, oh, I'm gonna show that side of myself, and then that side of myself, you get me? You know, I'm not into the lifestyle. I've got an alright lifestyle, I'm cool with my life. I don't care for like bust down chains and that. Like I want a Rolex but a normal one, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not into that stuff. I've always been a fan of the streets growing up, and I realised like Mike Skinner is a person and the streets is an entity, and I've always admired that. Same with the Gorillas as well. So I was just like, you know, yeah, I want to make an entity. So I knew that, and then I was like, what do I call it? I was like, I don't know. I've got a 1997 tattoo on my arm when I was 18. I looked at my arm, I was like, yeah, I'm calling it that. Like, you know, my ideas are like broad as hell. And I feel like the more I do, the more groundwork I put in, the more people know who I am and what I do, the more access to resources that I have. But yeah, I want to smash the charts. Like, I don't know about being a chart topper, because like I'm not that guy. I can just about be consistent, bro. Like, but yeah, I don't think small. I think massive. Do you know what I'm saying? So yeah, definitely. I ain't trying to say in a small bubble forever.
Red light, no swear. All of my niggas on go. Fireman still so cold. Bill up the gas, that's takes a cold. Whoa.
You see, there's like this amazing gap here. Amazing gap, something that I noticed when making music. I think it's because I know people in both realms, and seeing my friends in Blue Room Mafia I'd say they were pretty high up in the underground scene. They were like one of the more pivotal names, and they were like doing like mainstream numbers. They were doing mainstream numbers, but they were genuinely underground, like doing it out of a bedroom, do you know what I'm saying? And like, I think seeing that and admiring that sound, whereas seeing, you know, people like JK, and obviously now like Millions has come out, and like there's like loads of artists that do mainstream things that I also like. I feel like seeing those things kind of happen was making me think, you know, these things would sound really good together. Like, they would, like, oh cool. They'd sound really good together. And like, when making music, I was just like, do you know what? As someone who enjoys both realms, I wanted to put a conscious effort into like, kind of like bridging that gap. This Footsie and Kwesi song is amazing. And it's like, obviously Footsie gets it. He's one of the older heads, one of the pioneers who's progressive, man. Like, he was collabing with like Cass is Dead and like different people at times where, you know what I'm saying? He dropped a song with that Keep vibes in it. He's like dropped a song with him recently. He's like, he gets forward thinking, and it's like, on paper it doesn't work, but it does work, you know. The songs are banger, bro. Like, and it works, and they're from different worlds. But when like mainstream artists do it, people don't look at it in a way. Like 50 Cent and Nicole Scherzinger, bro. What the hell? Yeah, so like one thing that I noticed, I was doing some artwork for Footsie, and like, he sent me over like his track listing, you know what I'm saying? Apart from Keep Vibes there, I saw his name about, I didn't know anyone on there, and that's unlike the grime, you know what I'm saying, to do such a thing. So obviously I was doing my research and that, and I'm like listening, I'm like, bro, these are like people, one of the singers on that EP had like 420 followers, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, you just care about the sound. So I've called him. I was like, yo, you're a fucking G, bro. And he was just like, oh, why? I was just like, fam, you like collabing with people that most people wouldn't even look at in your realm. And he's just like, yo, it's a music thing. But he comes from like Jamaican sound culture. Like, his dad's like a sound man as well. And like, you know, from that kind of generation. So them man there just care about if the music's good or not. And when I was looking at that and kind of observing things, I'm just like, raw, that is my main objective, to make unconventional, great music. Do you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna keep on doing it, man. I feel like I've done, I don't think I've missed yet, and I don't intend on missing. I just want to carry on bridging the gap and making songs that feel important. I value importance. It's not about like numbers and stuff. Like, when I announce stuff, I feel like it feels important.
Used to be close, but the movement delirious. Used to bust joke, but now my bro, I'm serious. I have that presence, that fear in us.
Constantly trying to like get one up on myself, you know what I'm saying? So I want to drop some new singles. Well, I will drop some new singles. Depending on how they go, I'll start working on Chrome too. It depends. Something I do want to make out some ideas and stuff like that. But that's like a mid next year kind of release. But for now, I'm just gonna bombard man with singles. I shouldn't say bombard man, because man, I'm gonna expect loads. There'll be a few, hopefully, before the year's out. And yeah, with takeover season, man. I feel like being like an artist in Brum, it's got its pros and cons. I'm a Midlands boy, you know what I'm saying? Like, born in Coventry, moved to Birmingham, kind of thing. But like, we don't have as much resource. There's not as much going on. But then I kind of feel like it forces people to like, I don't want to say make do, because that sounds like a form of like just putting shit together for the sake of it. But like, it forces people to like use their brains, and I think that's why when artists in Birmingham go off, they miss like the middle ground and go straight to the top. Like, you know, like Mist was like popping on YouTube, and then he was just in Dubai with 20 chains like a few weeks later. You know what I'm saying? Millions came out with Northwest, like, and then like what I pre was like a few months later. You can see the dramatic change in lifestyle. I mean, look at JK. Alright, say it took him a bit longer, but that's just because grime. It's grime. He stuck to his guns, you know what I'm saying? So I respect that a lot. But I mean, look at him now, he's a star, bro. He's a star. Even like, well, Warsaw, okay, it's like kind of like Brum, Georgia Smith. Like, there's a lot. And yeah, as I said, a lot less resources, but we use our brains a lot more. I'm not a traditional artist, so I probably don't go through what other people go through. But I've saw a lot of journeys, man, and it's tough, man, but we're strong. Yeah.
Gotta go hard, that's time after time. Out in the dunya, trust me, I bunya. Can't step out and lie. Got the whole place jumpy again. Got a bad one saying she loves me again. Cozy man's comfy again, man, I'm out here, they can't run me again.
With the projects, yeah, very much inspired by the pandemic. Everyone had free time and the world kind of stopped. I feel like for a few weeks, would you man agree? Like the world stopped in it, and like obviously I was just thinking about things, and obviously I had loads of things going on. I had loads of plans. I was gonna do a lot more events and stuff like that, but then obviously couldn't do that. And then like obviously I'd go studio with all time with like my friends off keys, like my brethren, so I'd be there with him and stuff. And then obviously made this idea in my head, but I weren't really thinking anything of it. My boy Ethan Hunter, we was on GTA 5, we was chilling, like, it was like 4 in the morning, and I was like, yo, I think I should do this, you know. He was just like, yeah, you should fucking do it. So then man just went to studio, booked studio, started like just having fun, spitting, writing, because I've always said I don't want to be a rapper. I'm not a rapper, still to this day, I'm definitely not a rapper. Like I see myself as a composer. I see 1997 as like a boy band, but like I'm just like the only member. I just get interchangeable man in. So like for it's like 1997's the boy band, Mayhem's like the lead singer, Jesse James Solomon's like the backup singer, and I'm like the fucking drummer. I don't know, like I'm just there, and that's how I see it. But yeah, man started, I was just I wasn't even making songs at the start. I was just like doing like 30-second references, little things and that. And then I'm not even joking, I had a dream, and at the end, obviously, I was doing artwork for like Mayhem and that at this point. Already know these, man, great relationship. And I could just hear, I got in my head. It's like his ad-lib, it's his famous ad-lib, bro. It's famous, like, he does it all the time, but he's never made a song out of it. And he's been doing it since I could remember. Like, I used to say, I got in year 8. Like, it's gone back that far, do you know what I'm saying? It's been iconic forever. Then I don't know why, bro. I just hit him up. I was like, "Yo, can you do this?" He was like, "Bro, you rapping?" I was like, "Nah, I'm not rapping. I'm trying to do this." And he's like, well, "What do you mean?" And I'm just like trying to explain it to him. And then like I've invited him to my studio, and then, well, not mine, off keys studio, to like my session and that. And I've showed him the beat, and it's just he's took a chance on me. To be honest, I have to kind of rate him for that, because like I've got no history, no background at this point. I haven't got other songs I could show him to show him the vibe. I'm like, yo, we've made this beat and we want you to do this. Like, I've told him what I want him to do. Like, and then obviously he just took a chance. And then I shouted Jesse. I don't know Jesse. I don't know him. I found his email on his Instagram, sent him an email, bro. Yeah. It doesn't sound real, innit? Saying it doesn't sound real, bro, but that's literally what happened. I sent Jesse the version with just Mayhem on it. He said like 16, sorted out what we need to sort out. I know Manga, well, not like that, but we met, so like we had each other on social media for like years, because he was around, he took Blue Ring Mafia on tour, and I was around them, man. So it was like after the Jesse James Solomon thing, everything else came organically with Chrome. So like, again, we done our gut. I dropped that, and at that point, I didn't have any other songs. Like, I knew I was making an EP the whole time, but I had no other songs. And I was chatting to, like, literally, the day after it dropped, I was like, I put all the Blue Ring Mafia man in a group chat. And I was like, yo, I wrote this chorus, can we do it? I'm like, nah, you know, bare ums and ahs and back and forth. But then we did it, and then that was my second song. I freestyled that stylist chorus when I was drunk one night in the studio. Quick thing, we was in the studio, like 20 man playing FIFA, and sent it to Manga. I think it was like, I'd like to say it was it was Christmas Eve, and he sent me the verse back on Boxing Day, 2 days, boom, quick, trying to get window on it. He was on it, but like studios were all locked by him, couldn't get a session. So I goes to him, yo, could we bring the studio to your yard? He was like, what? And I was like, can we just, obviously from Knots, I was like, can we just drive down to Knots, come to your yard, like record it? Me, off key, and my brethren, we drove to his yard, linked up, was chilling, recorded that. I think it's just self-expression of it, like, same with like my fakes, like creatively, I know what I like to do. Things that I do are very dark, very grungy. You could say it's like kind of like gothic almost. You know what I'm saying? But like, I'm into that kind of stuff in it. So it's just me as a person, bro. Like, it's just how I express myself. You know what I'm saying?
Flash from here, flash.
Yo, it's Devz, creator of 1997, here with UK on the ground. Fucking hardest platform. Suck your mum if you disagree. I've got a song coming out July 2nd, Unapologetic, featuring Footsie and Kwesi. My personal favourite of mine. Yeah, I'd say it's my best. Definitely from a technical standpoint, it's a lot better. Like, I think the writing on it's really good. The production's. We had like 4 producers work on that beat. Had Off Key, who's in studio right now, a producer called No Mercy, myself, and another Birmingham producer called Keat. It's fucking hard, bro. It's fucking hard. And that one's gonna turn some shit upside down. I've done some previews on radio and that. And like, man, I'm going crazy. My DMs are blowing up and that. So yeah, I'm excited for man to hear this one today.